Namaste, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Yoga for management of stress. Life in today's world is so full of hassles, problems. There are demands on everyone, deadlines to keep, worries, frustrations, all these build up expected and unexpected amounts of pressure. And when this pressure builds up, this causes stress. Stress is so commonplace that it has become a part of our daily life. Stress is the normal physical or mental response to events, situations that unnerves people a bit or causes a little imbalance in some way or the other. Stress is not always bad. Stress in small doses can help us to perform very well under pressure. It also motivates us to do our best. For example, when we are studying under pressure before an exam, but when we are constantly running in emergency mode, then the body and the mind pays a price. When we feel pushed or when we go blank, then we need to understand that these are signs which are symptoms of stress. Once we understand the symptoms, we need to do something to reduce the stress. Of course, there are demands on everyone. But when a person is not able to put up with this demand or fulfill these demands, or when there is a big gap between the demands and the person's ability to cope with these demands, this is what causes stress. Stress is the person's response to such situations. Stress in normal quantities does help us. The stress response is the body's way of protecting us. Within normal limits, it can help us to stay focused, makes us energetic and alert in emergency situations. Stress gives us that extra push or that extra energy to immediately react and take action. Like for example, when you are driving a car and the car in front of you applies the brake suddenly, stress helps us to react immediately and press our brake to avoid a collision with the car in front of us. The body's defenses in such situations go to top gear, and the situation is something like a fight or flight response. That means that we either stand and fight it or we get out of the situation. But beyond a certain point, stress stops being helpful and starts causing problems at physical, mental and emotional levels. It can damage our health, our mood, our relationships and our way of looking at life. So it affects our quality of life totally. Our productivity at work and our relationship also suffer. At a physical or physiological level, it can raise our blood pressure, it can increase the rate of our heartbeat, it can cause insomnia, and it can also cause digestive issues. We have seen this in children on the days when they have major exams, they have loose motions or vomiting. So this is at the physical or physiological level. It can also drain us of our energy. At the mental level, it can lead to loss of concentration, loss of a sense of humor, not able to laugh, and it can also cause confusion and worries. At the emotional level, symptoms of stress include anger, intolerance, low self-esteem, which can sometimes lead to depression. And what are the triggerants? Anything can trigger stress. For example, our fast lifestyle, a lot of work, arguments with close friends or even spouse, unnecessary conversation with unpleasant people, loud noises, traffic jams, work schedules, meeting deadlines, all these can be triggerants. But how much of stress can a person take? This depends on each person. Each person's ability to take on stress is very different. This is called the stress threshold. Each person's stress threshold is very different. What can cause stress for one person need not be a stressor for another. The ability to tolerate stress depends on many things, including the quality of our relationships, our outlook of life, genetic makeup, and emotional stability. A positive attitude and our confidence can always help us to look at life in a very nice way and give us the confidence to tolerate more stress. Let us talk a little bit about the latest stress triggerant. Worry or fear can suppress our immune system, which means our immunity can go down and make us open to infections. This is something that we really need to look into in today's circumstances. We need to remain healthy so that our immunity is at peak performance level. Stress can also make relaxing very difficult. This means the mind is not calm, so it can get agitated and can overwhelm us at some time. The first step towards controlling stress is to recognize the symptoms and immediately take action in some way to reduce the harming effect of stress. How can yoga help in the management of stress? Yoga offers asana practice, pranayama, and meditative or relaxation techniques to help us. Research has shown that yoga practice can help to calm us, to reduce or lower our blood pressure, and to make us more relaxed. So we see that yoga practice is an excellent way of reducing our stress and make us remain calm and healthy. Yoga practice not only helps to rejuvenate the body, but also rejuvenate the mind. Yoga offers many tools. One of them is to use chants in asana practice or pranayama practice. In KVM, we use very short chants. It can either be a secular chant or something that you feel very positive about. When we chant, exhalation happens through the mouth. This helps to activate the vagus nerve, which is in the cranium of the brain. When this is activated, it induces relaxation. So, yoga helps to help yourself. It empowers you. Taking a medication just requires you to swallow or drink the medication. But here, yoga makes you a part of the healing process. You are part of the healing process. You have an active part to play. Yoga empowers you to heal yourself. Many people ask, how can I start yoga practice now because I am past 50 and I have never done any yoga practice before. This reminds me of a question that Sri Krishnamacharya was asked. When asked who can practice yoga, he quickly replied, anyone who can breathe can practice yoga. That gives us the information that there is no age limit to start practice of yoga. At the KYM, we use conscious breathing in our asana practice. Breathing and the mind are not only interconnected, but they also influence each other. When your breath is long, relaxed and calm, this has a calming effect on the mind as well. So asana practice involves not only the body, it involves the mind as well. One of the benefits of asana practice given by sage Patanjali in Yoga Sutra, Tato dvandva anabhigataha, he says. This means that asana practice gives your mind the ability to withstand dualities of life, whether it is happiness or sorrow. You take it with a balanced mind. You do not overreact to situations. This is one of the very good benefits of asana practice. Pranayama not only improves our breath capacity, it is also an internal cleanser. It cleanses us from within and reduces our impurities, which means our immunity level increases. This is very important in today's situation. We need to not only remain healthy, but also have an immunity system which is very good. This will help us to protect ourselves in these times when the coronavirus is spreading all over. Talking about meditation. Meditation is one of the best tools that yoga has offered us. It not only helps us to relax, but it also helps to reduce our stress levels and remain calm. The mind, it is said, is man's best friend, but it can also be man's worst enemy if the mind is not calm. So meditation helps us to calm our mind so that the mind will help us to solve our problems and not add to our problems in any way. Yoga practice brings a balance to our physical, mental and emotional aspects of life, which means it relaxes us physically, mentally and emotionally. For example, doing conscious breathing with a total focus on our inhalation and exhalation, and also focusing on our body's response to this conscious breathing. This itself is a very good starting point for meditation. Breath can be a focus for meditation. I shall now give you some tips for a short practice that you can do every day. First one, sit on a chair with your back erect and do conscious breathing. Inhale within your comfort zone and exhale. Now introduce a short pause of 1 second after inhalation and exhalation, which means you inhale consciously. After inhalation, pause for a second, exhale consciously and you pause for a second. Do this for about 12 breaths. One breath is an inhalation and an exhalation. Step number 2. As you inhale, focus on your chest. Visualize the chest opening up. And as you exhale, feel the contraction of your abdomen. Do not forget the pause after inhale and exhale. Do this again for 12 to 24 breaths. Number 3, raise your arms from the front on inhalation and lower your arms on exhalation. Do this 8 to 10 times. Number 4, count your inhalation time and exhalation time and slowly extend your exhalation, which means make sure that your exhalation is longer than your inhalation time. For example, if your inhalation is just 2 seconds, make sure your exhalation is 4 seconds. If your inhalation time is 4 seconds, make your exhalation 6 seconds. Over a period of time, you can also increase it to 8 seconds. You will realize that as you extend your exhalation time, relaxation automatically sets in. Do this practice once, twice, or even 3 times a day. This will help you to relax you, keep you healthy. So please do this practice now. This is a very important time for us to take care of our health. So take care of your health and think positive. I wish you all the best. Thank you.